We are witnessing in real time the most ridiculous time in CS market history. We're still seeing things up double digits over just the past 24 hours. We're seeing Deagles up even more ridiculous amounts. If we take a look at those today, I want to cover everything in the market and why everything is doing ridiculously well. Now, let me actually go back for a second and look at, what was it? I believe the Karambit fade up 12% in the past day, which is insane. We've seen this in a lot of different skins. A lot of things were just going sideways and then suddenly just popped off and blew up in price. They were actually holding these levels pretty well. They had the hype, and then there was a massive dip that happened after it, pretty much across the entire market. It got bought up extremely quickly. They bounced around in price, and then suddenly we're back here again where everything is blown up.
This video is sponsored by SkinsMonkey. If you've been looking to trade out your old boring skins for new ones, SkinsMonkey is the place. By clicking the link in the description, you'll get a 35% deposit bonus when depositing with cash and crypto, and up to a free $5 bonus on your first trade. So be sure to click that link. SkinsMonkey also has the freebies tab where they run 24/7 giveaways that are completely free to join with crazy skins. And if you're looking to actually get your hands on some good skins, SkinsMonkey is the quickest way to do it. So be sure to get that free $5 and 35% deposit bonus now, trading your CSGO skins with that link at the top of the description.
So what exactly is the reason for this? We've seen player count slightly decreasing. There's not really that much happening in the game, but we did see the new trade hold update where if you send something in a trade, it's just a little bit more inconvenient. Now you can't get your money for a week. So to me, and I said this when the update dropped, I was like, it probably means people are going to be holding on to stuff for longer, which is great. Because especially for high tier items, if those aren't getting moved around a lot, just a few sales can move up the price massively. We've seen this across the board pretty much. The AK Gold Arabesque, the M4 Poseidon, as I'm showing here, up $1,000 in the past couple of weeks. I own one of these, thank God. I tried to sell it at like $2,300. I was like, that's too much money for this thing, maybe. I kind of want to get rid of it. And then I went on vacation because I didn't sell it, and now I'm back from vacation, and it pretty much paid for the whole vacation. So here we are, that thing's almost $3,000. The AK Gold Arabesque, I've covered it a lot. I told you guys I bought, how the hell do you spell Arabesque? I told you guys I bought it about $4,400. It was $6 grand this morning. Now it's back down to $5,800, but that's still $1,400 profit in just about 2 months' time. And you could see this chart in pretty much every high tier right now. Maybe not the super high tiers like the Gungnir and the Dragonlord and stuff, but things are up insanely in price. And the Gold Arabesque very possibly is more room to run because first time around it went from 1,800 to, what is that, somewhere over 8 grand. I can't even get it to show up on the chart, but it was absolutely ridiculous. And hopefully things continue there. I think it's very possible, but once again, if you always want to take profit, now is not a bad time at all. I'm sure you've at least doubled your money holding on to whatever you have. I also have one of these Deagles, which I tried to sell this morning, but I couldn't get a good price for it. $1,150 for an Emerald Jormungandr. It's just such an unbelievable price to see. And also, by the way, why you always stick with factory new skins, I've covered this before, minimal wear is half the price of this thing. So factory new, up $400 in just the past couple of weeks. I suppose that's a past month, but you get the point. Everything is just up a ridiculous amount. So what should you be doing now exactly? Well, to me, obviously, I say if things are up this much and all of the charts I showed are pretty much completely parabolic, I say it is never a bad time to take profit. I will always say that I believe there's going to be a point you could get in lower, especially at these prices. What can I even bring up to show this? This isn't a good example, but I'll just show how parabolic things have gone. Because this thing's up like 3x over the past month, and this is what the chart looks like long term. So it's like selling something like this, you can probably get in at a lower point. Probably. Sure, you might not sell the very top, but that's, for me, not what I'm ever really trying to do. I'm just trying to sell for a good profit. And if I like the skin, or if I just want to get back in the market and don't think my money is doing better in crypto or the real stock market, because that's why I cash out, that's where I move the money, I'll essentially just keep it here. But when something has gone up this much in price, it's safer just to sell it and either buy something else, like cases, or just keep the money in cash and try to buy it again lower. The reason I say cases are maybe not so much of a bad buy right now, but they're not really doing much. This is 150. Okay, that's not important right now. That we'll talk about that in another video maybe. But a lot of cases, I shouldn't look at the glove case because that one's kind of does its own thing. What should I look at? I'll look at like a Prisma case, for example. A lot of the cases last time I checked, at least, weren't really moving up that much. A lot of them were either consolidating or, yes, moving down like this. So I'm always a big fan of the case market. Once again, as always, with skins going up this much in price, especially old play skins as well, they just perform super well. I'm sure the M4 Emperor is in this case, so maybe we could check the Emperor and see if that thing is going up in price. I'm sure it's gone up in factory new. A lot of the old play skins have. And as far as I'm concerned, if those are still going up in price, and if, well, they aren't going up in price. Oh, they are over the past 60 days still, I guess. But if these are still going up in price, the cases are still going to be worth more. If the knives are going up in price, the cases are going to be worth more. So I always think they're a good hold. These have actually gone up quite a bit. It was hard to see on the daily chart, but since the beginning of 2025, I almost said 2021, they have doubled, and they have well over doubled in price. So they're doing well. The cases have pretty much done the same, so I don't think the cases are going to go ridiculously lower in price. Worst case scenario, a Prisma case will probably get back down to like $1.70-ish. I don't think it's going to get all the way back down to $1.50, but that's where we stand there. Cases, you always just want to hold for a super long time. And yeah, I don't think now is really a time to sell cases. If you've been looking to pick them up and you want to move your money around from skins that have like 10x in price, moving them into cases and holding those for a super long time is not bad at all. Another thing we're seeing is old operation skins. A lot of these are blowing up in price as well because, I mean, they are super limited. The 5.7 berries and cherries, for example, can be used for trade-ups. I don't remember what it trades up to. I'm not going to lie to you, but it does trade up. It is a purple, and it is absolutely blown up in price. If you guys don't have a budget for much more expensive skins, like let's say this trades up to the Deagle Emerald Jormungandr. I don't know if it does, but let's just say that. You could always buy these in factory new because people will trade them up to, you know, the next level of factory new skins. And if those next level skins are going up, number one, they're less in supply than these as well. And they're typically, they just get like way more expensive. So these are always going to pretty much mimic those prices and go up a lot as well because they could always be used for trade-ups. Like nobody invested in these. There's no way people bought a ton of these. I've never seen it. But they're obviously a great skin because they were $25 in 2023. And now they've 6x'd in price, at least. Almost 7x'd, I guess. So pretty crazy. I'm always a big fan of old operation skins because they typically climb a lot. Like you could look at the collections of the AK Wild Lotus, all the lower tier skins in that, I'm sure have climbed a lot. If you don't have the budget, if you don't have 20 grand to spend on a Wild Lotus, you could always buy the lower skins in there as well. So that's where we stand there. Phase 2s might be making a comeback. I have not looked at these in a while because I keep saying they're too expensive, but they kind of did the same thing where they chopped around a lot and now they look like they're blowing up again. I'm still not going to touch them. It might be a mistake on my end. It might be I probably should have bought these a lot sooner, to be honest. I don't think I've ever owned Phase 2 even, but I wouldn't touch them still. I still think they got room to come down. We could see how the normal play skins are doing. They're kind of still chopping around in range. I guess they are up a little bit. I said maybe buy these at like 2,700, but I was really looking for 2 grand. I said it was probably too greedy, and it obviously was at this point. Still not a huge fan of these with a lot of the old case prices coming down. They could just sit sideways for a super long time, but if you're ready to hold for a super long time, old play skins are always good. I mean, me saying this at $3,000, I mean, just 3 years ago, they were 600, 800, 900. You would have 3 extra money. Will they be 10 grand in 3 more years? It's insane to sit here and say that now. I don't think they will be, but I mean, they could definitely double, especially if cases get a lot more expensive. So that's kind of the stuff you want to hold on to. I'm more of a big fan of old operation skins because for whatever reason during hype periods, they just absolutely blow up in price. My Icarus fell. I actually haven't checked this thing. I have a Blue Phosphorin, Icarus Fell, and a Poseidon, and they've all done extremely well. So I'm a super big fan of these old skins. Does look like they touched the all-time highs again. But as I always say, if things get back down to pre-hype levels, it doesn't seem even possible right now, but it definitely is. If things come back down to pre-hype levels, like here, where things are consolidating, or even like here at this point, which is probably a lot more realistic, I highly doubt this thing's coming back down to like 450 anytime soon. 650 is probably a lot more realistic, even 620, 600. If you could get a buy-in there, and this goes for any of the operation skins charts that have done super well, I would highly recommend it. I told you guys to do that last time with the blue phosphor and all the old stuff as well, and right now it has paid off massively. So I hope some of you guys did do that. Some of you guys have left comments that you did, so I'm very happy I did get to make you guys some money. So that is going to wrap it up for this one. We're all rich. If you own CS skins, you're rich. I hope one of you invites me to your mansion pool party and buys me a Bugatti, but here we are for now. That's going to wrap it up for this one. Check out the sponsor, link at the top of the description. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.